2000, I think it was 2006, if my memory serves me right, the mobile network operators got together. We all went to a large meeting at one of the operators, and an agreement to basically stop the government legislating. They came up with a voluntary methodology of age verification. This was for the delivery of the content on the handset. And VeriMe, what VeriMe does is take that methodology and applies it to content delivered on other devices. So it's a form of age verification over the mobile that you can easily integrate into your website. The collection of data with GDPR is obviously a very, very sensitive issue, and if anything, if you looked at the various methodologies, there's driving license, photo ID basically, whereas the mobile, all we're taking is an inbound text to a short code, and we hash that, we encrypt it basically. All we store is the last 5 digits and the network that the consumer is on, and that's done for follow-up customer care. We don't pass anything back about the customer. We don't know anything more about the customer, who he is, where he is, and we don't store any data about him. There's no KYC here. It's just a straight true or false. Has he gone through the process of age verification with his mobile network, yes or no? So we're just passing yes or no back to the web merchant. So there is no data held. It's truly anonymous. I don't like the terminology pawn block, because I don't see this as a pawn block. All the ministers, the MPs and the civil servants we've been involved with in this legislation have all said that this isn't about removing the right for the punter to view online pornography, legal pornography. It's not that at all. It's about preventing persons that are underage. So if that can be done effectively, I think it's something we should all be very proud of. Now, the delay came about because there was a failure, there was an administrative failure by the regulator to lodge this with the EU. So that's now been done. I think we're about 3 months into the 6 months process. So I would predict the first quarter of 2020, it's already law. It got royal assent. It's been through Parliament. It's just the final signature by the EU, and that will happen, and the regulator will start to enforce it in the first quarter of next year. Till it goes live and is being enforced, the big boys of this world with the high volumes have not got involved. However, we have run it on Television X, and we also recently run it on a Channel 4 program called Mums Make Porn, and that had a healthy, lively response. And what I would say is that if the content's good and compelling, the customer does not see age verification as a barrier to get that content. So if your content is good and really appealing to the consumer, then age verification will not be a barrier. Initially, there may be some slow stickiness, but as it gathers pace, I don't think the consumer's got anything to be worried about this legislation, to be honest. And the conversion rates will get back up to what they were. That's my opinion. That's not factually based. So how this works is that the consumer will surf to the website, and he is requested to send a message to an adult shortcode. Then, based on whether he is age verified, or he or she, or not, they get a return SMS which says, we're going to let you through to the website, or they get a return SMS which says you're not age verified. If you want to age verify, go to and dependent on the network, and then they can go through the process of age verification. So that has 1 or 2 SMS costs it. You got the short code rental. So our billing model starts at around, it's transactional based, and it starts around 20p per transaction. Obviously, if you're up there with the porn hubs and you're running millions and millions and millions of transactions, then we will discount down. But if you're a small website owner, we're going to start around the 20p mark per transaction. That compares with Experian and Equifax, who are closer to £1 for driving license and passport. So it is economically quite a price cut from the traditional market. So sites integrate with VeriMe via an API. There's a number of APIs, a polling API, a RESTful API. If you're doing large volumes, I mean, Pornhub, who we are contracted with, when you look at the volumes there, that's pretty much every male in the UK. So it's akin to a DOS attack. So we've developed systems that are easy to integrate with and can accommodate you whether you're a small one-man band or you're up there as a major player. There is a standard. The industry got together and created what's called a PAS, a publicly accepted standard, which goes on, if it's adopted, possibly to be a BSI, which we've all heard of. So we've attained that PAS standard, and we have our certificate for that. Then second to that, the British Board of Film Classification have been appointed as the regulator, and they have an audit, and you have to pass that audit in order you will be not approved, but you will be on their website as this is a robust methodology for age verification. So we're currently, I would say, about 90% of the way through that process. So by the time this goes live in early next year, we will be BBFC accredited.